Hey everyone, welcome to Paris, the City of Lights. Are you ready to see how romantic, historic and lively this city is? I'm so excited to show you around 20 places that will steal your heart. We'll see famous landmarks and hidden gems together. So grab your hat, put on your comfy shoes and let's explore. You can't come to Paris and not see the Eiffel Tower. This famous tower is more than just a pretty sight. It shows how smart people can be. You might be thinking about long lines and crowds, but trust me, it's worth it. To have the best time, buy your tickets online and go early in the morning or late at night when it's less crowded. For a really special experience, how about a romantic dinner at the Jules Verne restaurant? Imagine enjoying tasty French food with amazing views of the city lights below, so romantic. The Louvre Museum is a must-visit for anyone who loves art. It's home to famous paintings like the Mona Lisa. But this museum is huge, and it can be confusing to find your way around. Don't worry, I'm here to help. Don't use the main pyramid entrance unless you like waiting in long lines. Instead, go through the Carrousel du Louvre entrance or the Porte des Lions. Once you're inside, decide what's most important to see, like the winged Victory statue. Don't be afraid to skip some rooms if you don't have much time, and don't forget to take a break at the cafe and enjoy the beauty of this grand palace. Notre Dame Cathedral is a beautiful building made in the Gothic style. It has been a symbol of Paris for many years. Sadly, there was a fire recently, but this magnificent cathedral is still standing strong. You can still see its majestic front, the beautiful rose windows, and the famous gargoyles. For the best pictures, go to the bridges over the Seine River like Pont de l'Archevêche. From there, you'll get amazing views of the cathedral's outline. As you walk around the square, take a moment to think about the history and strength of this Parisian landmark. Get ready to fall in love with Montmartre, a historic neighborhood on top of a hill. This artsy area was once home to famous artists like Picasso and Van Gogh. You can still feel their creative energy today. Walk through the cobblestone streets filled with art studios, unique shops and cute cafes. Don't miss Place du Tertre, where artists set up their easels and paint the beauty of Montmartre. And be sure to visit the Vineyard of Montmartre, a hidden gem where they make wine right in the city. At the very top of Montmartre Hill is the stunning Sacré-Cœur Basilica. This white-domed basilica offers breathtaking views of all of Paris. Climb the steps to the top of the dome. It's a good workout, but the view is worth it. Inside, you'll be amazed by the beautiful mosaics and peaceful atmosphere. As you walk back down the hill, take some time to explore the charming shops and cafes in the surrounding streets. Get ready to see a world of color and light at Sainte-Chapelle, a hidden gem on the Ile de la Cité. This chapel from the 13th century has some of the most amazing stained glass windows you'll ever see. When sunlight shines through the colorful glass, it creates a kaleidoscope of colors inside. It's truly breathtaking and will make you feel like you've traveled back in time. For the best experience, try to visit on a sunny day and take your time to soak it all in. Calling all art lovers! The Musée d'Orsay is a paradise for fans of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art. This museum, located in an old train station, is a work of art itself. You'll see famous works by Monet, Renoir, Degas, and Van Gogh, including Monet's Poppies and Renoir's Bal du Moulin de la Galette. Don't miss the view from the museum's famous clock tower, which gives you a unique look at the Seine River and the city. Take a break from the busy city and the peaceful Luxembourg Gardens. These large gardens are a true Parisian treasure. Walk through the well-kept lawns, admire the colorful flowers, and relax by the Medici fountain. For a taste of Parisian life, sit down and watch children sail toy boats in the Grand Bassin, or catch a puppet show at the Théâtre de Guignol. You can't visit Paris without walking down the Champs-Élysées, one of the most famous streets in the world. This grand boulevard goes from the Arc de Triomphe to Place de la Concorde. It's lined with fancy stores, cinemas and sidewalk cafes. Enjoy window shopping, people watching, or treat yourself to a delicious pastry at La Durée. As the sun sets, the Champs-Élysées lights up with twinkling lights, creating a magical atmosphere. Standing tall at the end of the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe is a symbol of French pride. This impressive arch was built by Napoleon Bonaparte to celebrate his victories in battle. Climb to the top for amazing views of Paris, including the Champs-Élysées, the Eiffel Tower, and the La Défense business district. To avoid the crowds, go early in the morning or later in the evening. As you stand beneath the arch, take a moment to think about the history and grandeur that it represents. Experience the magic of Paris from a different view, the Seine River. A river cruise is a relaxing and romantic way to see the city's famous landmarks. Float under historic bridges, pass by charming houseboats, and be amazed by the illuminated monuments at night. There are many different cruises to choose from daytime sightseeing tours to romantic dinner cruises. For a really special experience, choose a cruise with live music or a fancy meal. Step back in time in Le Marais, one of Paris's oldest and most charming neighborhoods. This historic district was once home to wealthy Parisians, but now it's a vibrant mix of old-world charm and modern style. Wander through the maze of narrow streets filled with medieval architecture, trendy boutiques, art galleries, and cozy cafes. Don't miss the Place des Vosges, one of the oldest planned squares in Paris, perfect for a relaxing break. The Latin Quarter, located on the left bank of the Seine River, gets its name from the language that was once spoken in its universities. This lively neighborhood is home to the Sorbonne University, historic bookstores, and busy cafes. Soak up the intellectual atmosphere, browse the shelves of Shakespeare and Company bookstore, or enjoy a coffee at Café de Flore, a favorite spot for famous writers and philosophers. Get ready to be amazed by the opulent beauty of the Palais Garnier, one of the most famous opera houses in the world. Even if you're not seeing a show, you must visit this architectural masterpiece. Marvel at the grand staircase, the sparkling chandeliers, and the Chagall ceiling in the main auditorium. Guided tours offer fascinating information about the history and architecture of this iconic building. Escape the city noise in the peaceful Place des Vosges, one of the oldest planned squares in Paris. This elegant square, located in the heart of Le Marais, is surrounded by symmetrical red brick buildings with arched walkways. Take a relaxing walk through the gardens, relax on a bench under the shade of the trees, or admire the fountains. It's the perfect place to enjoy the Parisian atmosphere. The Tuileries Garden, stretching from the Louvre Museum to Place de la Concorde, is a true Parisian gem. These formal gardens were once only for royalty, but now they're a beloved public space. Stroll along the tree-lined paths, admire the sculptures by Mayol, or relax by one of the many fountains, and don't forget to grab a crepe from a street vendor, a classic Parisian treat. Escape to a world of art and peace at the Musée Rodin, a museum dedicated to the works of the famous French sculptor Auguste Rodin. Located in the Hôtel Biron, a beautiful mansion from the 18th century, the museum showcases Rodin's most famous sculptures, including the Thinker and the Kiss. Walk through the serene sculpture garden, where Rodin's works blend beautifully with nature. Discover the trendy side of Paris along the Canal Saint-Martin. This picturesque canal, with its footbridges, trees, and charming cafes, is a favorite spot for both locals and tourists. Take a leisurely walk along the water's edge, watch the boats go by, or stop for a coffee or a picnic lunch at one of the many cafes and restaurants along the canal. It's a great place to experience a different side of Paris. Book lovers, this one's for you. Shakespeare and Company is more than just a bookstore. It's a literary institution. Located in the heart of the Latin Quarter, this iconic bookstore has been a haven for writers and readers since 1951. Browse the shelves stacked high with books, attend a reading or a workshop, or simply soak up the magical atmosphere. And don't forget to get your book stamped, a souvenir of your visit to this literary landmark. Step back in time at Café de Flore, one of Paris's most famous and historic cafes. Located on the bustling Boulevard Saint-Germain, this iconic cafe has been a gathering place for artists, writers and intellectuals for over a century. Order a café crème and a croissant, and imagine yourself alongside famous figures like Picasso, Hemingway and Simone de Beauvoir. It's a true taste of Parisian history and culture. Well, that's it for our whirlwind tour of 20 unforgettable places in Paris. I hope you've enjoyed exploring the City of Lights with me. From the iconic Eiffel Tower to the charming streets of Montmartre, Paris has something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your Parisian adventure today.